the lengthiest constitution in the world. The Indian Constitution is the lengthiest and the most detailed of all the written constitution of the world. While the American Constitution originally considered of only 7 articles, the Australian Constitution 128 articles, the Canadian Constitution 147 articles. The Indian Constitution originally consisted of 395 articles divided into 22 parts and 8 schedules. The last numbered article in 395 and 3 are 25 parts and 12 schedules in the Constitution. Since 1951, several articles have been added to and several articles have been omitted from the Constitution. The extraordinary bulk of the Constitution is due to several reasons. The framers of the Indian Constitution have gained experience from the working of all the known constitutions of the world. They were aware of the difficulties faced in the working of this constitution. This was the reason that they sought to incorporate good provisions of those constitutions in order to avoid defects and loopholes that might come in future in the working of the Indian Constitution. Accordingly, they framed the chapter of the fundamental rights on the model of the American Constitution and adopted the parliamentary system of government from the United Kingdom. They took the idea of the directive principles of a state policy from the Constitution of Ireland and added elaborate provisions relating to emergency in the light of the Constitution of the German Reich and the Government of India Act 1935. The Indian Constitution lays down the structure not only the central government but also of the states. The American Constitution leaves the states to draw up their own constitutions. The vastness of the country and peculiar problems relating to the language have added to the bulk of the Constitution. The Constitution contained a long list of fundamental rights and also a number of directive principles which confer no justifiable rights upon the individual, though these directives by their very nature could not be made legally enforceable, yet the farmers incorporated them in the Constitution with a view that it would serve as consent reminder to the future governments that they will have to implement them in order to achieve the ideals of the welfare state as envisaged in the preamble of the Constitution. It was also felt that the smooth working of an infant democracy might be jeopardized unless the Constitution mentioned in details things which were left in other constitutions in ordinary legislation. This explains why we have in our Constitution detailed provisions about the organization of the judiciary, the service, the public service commissions, election and many transitory provisions and the like.